the Blacc live page. Oh my God, y'all. We have been quite busy lately, but busy in a good way. Freshly coming back from the Small Business Expo, and I have some exciting news to share. We have some interviews coming up. We had awesome content done for this Small Business Expo, so just shout out super heavy to ULX Studios for helping us with this, as well as Eric, who was the camera guy. He made us look fabulous, so I can't wait for you guys to see everything. I know you've seen the pieces of the clip so far, but we're going to be having more roll out as we go on. We currently have one posted already, and I also want to give a special shout out and thank you to Mr. Bryce Wheeler, who is the CEO of Launch Lab. He has been extremely supportive, super helpful in terms of his knowledge and just sharing in his networking experiences along with us. It's just such a greater experience than I could have ever asked for. So thank you, Bryce. And I would like to just play a snippet of the interview that we have with Bryce Wheeler. Coincidentally enough, I met through one of the networking events that happened at the expo. It was referred to as speed networking, or speed dating networking, where we actually briefly bonded over both being introverts at the same time. So go ahead and play that clip together.
That's right. In the club and it's jumping like Jay. We in the club and we throw our hands. And I'm feeling myself. Now I'm in my bag. Oh yeah. Now I'm in my bag.
Love that song. Can't get enough of that one. Welcome back. This is the Blacc podcast. We are here today at the San Francisco Small Business Expo. I'm excited to introduce you to Mr. Bryce, who I actually had the pleasure of meeting during our speed networking event. So Bryce, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your business, and how you got started?
Yeah. So we are Launch Lab. We are a digital marketing agency, but where we differentiate from the traditional digital marketing is we really focus on executive personal brand management, which essentially is working with founders, CEOs, C-suite VPs to make sure that their outward persona matches the brand of the company as well as their own personal brand. So whether it's their company or they're moving from companies to companies, they become marketable themselves, not just for the company they work for. But we really focus on getting people out there, podcast, onto different publications, and to events like this today, which met some great people today.
Beautiful. So I like to get the background story, of course, with people and how they got started in their companies or in their businesses. How did you get started?
So myself and my wife, we always like to call ourselves Renaissance. Like, we do a little bit of everything. Restaurant management, I was a postal worker at one point in time, financial advisor. And as you pick up these things over the years, and before making the jump into, the entrepreneurial life, I built a property management company from 4 people to 1,200 people in about 6 years. And I was the chief human resource officer, so I onboarded all of these people. And I decided I really wanted to do something a little more small. And so I went into restaurant consulting. All of the restaurants we ever talked to, all the owners had 2 to 3 different businesses that they knew that they were connected to that needed the same services, but for non-restaurant related. And eventually it was like, we're turning down 2 to 3 clients per every client, and it just seems like a bad business model. So luckily we pivoted into providing our services to everyone right before COVID, when all of our restaurant clients got shut down. And it looks like we made a genius strategic move, but it was more of a just plain luck move. We saw the need, so that was strategic, but the timing was pure luck. But yeah, and so we just kind of took what we knew from restaurants and grew it and multiplied it. And there was some learning along the way, because every industry has different little niche things and different stuff. And But that was 2019 when we made the switch, and we've been thriving ever since. So.
Beautiful. I love hearing stories like that. So as far as your experience here today, what was your favorite part?
I like the speed dating or the speed networking, whatever you want to call it. Like, I introvert by nature, but I can pony up for a while, and that's the way to do it. Is like 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Just get out there, talk to people, get to know what they're about, and then. Usually I do a couple rounds, so I get to know what the other people are about, and then I'll come back through, and this time around it's like, hey, we're old friends already, so let them know what we're about.
Can you tell people one more time the name of your company, and if you have any social media handles where they could find you?
Oh, sure. We're Launch Lab Inc. If you search Launch Lab Inc. On social media, anywhere you'll find us. I'm sure there's a few variances like hyphen Inc. or whatnot, but if you can find us, we're everywhere, and that's what we do. If you can't find us, then we're not doing our job, so you don't need to find us.
Beautiful. Well, thank you, Bryce. I appreciate your time today. It's been it's been a pleasure meeting another fellow introvert, by the way, who could understand. And
there is a lot of us here, believe me.
I believe you. Well, thank you guys again. This has been the Blacc Tea Podcast at SF. Awesome. Oh my gosh, just a special shout out again. Thank you to ULX Studios. Thank you to Mr. Eric. Thank you to Mr. Bryce Wheeler for just this fantastic experience that we had. Again, we have more clips to come with other entrepreneurs that were also interviewed at this event, but that's just to kind of give you a sneak preview on what it is you have to look forward to. Again, Blacc Tea is really, really heavily involved with trying to be more supportive of small businesses because we are a small business ourselves. So if you guys know anyone who has a business, please let me know. Please let me put them on. Please let me share their social media pages, their websites, whatnot. I love doing that stuff. So special shout out to Mr. Bryce Wheeler again. You've been extremely supportive, and we will for sure be networking with Launch Lab in the future. So, hey. I just wanted to also touch base on a mood. What's a mood check-in with you guys? What's going on? I know it's been a crazy month for Blacc Tea in general. We've been swamped, but again, in a good way. But I mean, I'm just curious as to how everybody else's mood is going. This holiday weekend seems to be going by pretty fast. I'm not mad at it, but not gonna lie, I am tired. And then it just gave me an opportunity to kind of assess like all of my moods in such a short period of time. There's the exhaustion, the hunger, which is heavy right now. I can smell food cooking in my kitchen and I can't wait to eat it, not gonna lie. But just what's your mood? I find that mine's been a little bit just all over the place lately, not in necessarily a bad way, but I started to closely assess what causes the mood swings that I seem to have. And I actually compiled a nice little list. So you can let me know if you agree or not. I have difficulty with handling last minute changes, the feeling of being misunderstood or unheard, and then failing to meet my own expectations, followed by exhaustion, which I briefly mentioned. I don't know what it is. It seems like lately the exhaustion's heavy. But anything that's last minute or not on the schedule, I literally will spaz out. Like, wait a minute, we didn't talk about this. What's happening? So, I mean, if anybody has any tips or tools for this crazy life that I have also chosen, pleasantly happy to live, but how do you maintain the balance? Because I just have to know. I mean, I can't even fathom how, again, after we've talked to all these other entrepreneurs, how they've been able to handle it, how they've been managing their challenges, which we will certainly be getting into once you see future videos. But yeah, it just kind of caused me to assess some things that maybe I need to change. I think I'm very, very good at somehow maintaining activity that seems to be a little bit helpful for me to de-stress a little bit and manage my mood. For sure, dancing, that's a plus. But movement in general, I noticed I've been going for a lot more walks lately, and the walking seems to be doing me justice because the minute I go off and leave the house and I just power walk, something just magically changes. I come back and it's like, okay, I have a new perspective on life. But no, seriously, like, let me know, what is it that you guys do in order to balance your moods? How does that affect your day to day? What's your work life like? Please comment. And if you have any stories to share, please also comment, because I am definitely open to learning and understanding myself. But in addition to exercising, I also compiled another list. I enjoy celebrating my small wins. I mean, even with setting up the lives, even with going through the ups and downs of having a podcast and trying to balance that out with my personal life. Anytime I get a small win where, okay, we got things going for the day. I got on live today. I got my new shirts in. I'm excited about. I just celebrated my uncle's birthday. His birthday was yesterday. It was the 4th of July, and I got to celebrate it with my family. And I feel, it's almost a blessing to be able to do just certain things like that. So I try to count the small wins, and I really try to hone in on that more so than anything else at this time. That seems to be the one that keeps me going. And as well as prayer, just kind of staying connected to God and really being able to channel and talk to him when needed, or just to say hi. It's funny that keeping your faith alive, really, when you're going through the most challenging of times, seems to always be the saving grace. And then, of course, speaking of grace, last but not least, is giving grace to yourself and to others. I feel like that's been my main component going forward as I've grown into becoming an adult and tackling life's challenges. I've had to learn to give grace to others, and more importantly, give grace to myself when things don't always go plan. But you live and you learn, and I feel like that's why we're all here, right? We're all striving to be better. I hope. I hope. I didn't want to take up everybody's time today. I really just wanted to do a quick check-in and just let you guys know that Blacc is excited to be coming out with more content. You might see some surprise collabs and guests, but for sure, we're still here. If you have any ideas, if you have any thoughts or suggestions, if you have any small businesses or know someone who has a small business, please hit me up. You could please follow my social media pages, any social media pages that you have access to, whether that be TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, or on YouTube. And then apparently recently LinkedIn's been popping up. It's starting to grow a little bit for us, so we might be coming out with a LinkedIn page as well. Just to stay connected to everybody. So I just again wanted to say thank you. I appreciate your guys' love and support that you give. I see it. I appreciate the reposts. Oh my God. I never thought I would see so many reposts of video clips, which honestly, it excites me, but also humbles me at the same time. So I'm like, oh my gosh, it's nice to be able to connect and network. And one thing I will say that's the biggest takeaway that I had at this expo is one, just starting. I think knowing when to start sometimes can be a challenge when you're new to business and you're not sure if you're doing anything right. I have made plenty of mistakes, still making them. But I think me continuing to keep going, and the fact that I was able to just start, I remember so many times we were like, well, when are you going to start the podcast? When are you going to start? When are you going to post the episode? Just start. You'll learn and you'll adapt as you go along. And you'll have other people, if you're lucky enough, or at least you should be centering yourself with people who are going to be there to support you along the way. So, I mean, that's the one biggest takeaway that I had when I was at the expo. Everybody was sharing with me all their stories and how they got started with their businesses. And it just kind of inspired me to keep pushing and keep going. So, yeah. I mean, that's it for me. This is going to be a brief one today, I know. I just wanted to do a quick check in again. And please, 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 please stay tuned. We're in the middle of a rebranding once again. As you can see, new merch in the back, along with the little pretty pink sign that you'll be seeing a little bit more of when we do our lives. So I'm excited about that. But I just want to say again, thank you. Thank you guys for the love. Thank you for the support. Don't think I don't see it, because I do. And I will be coming back again next week with some more hot topics. Any thoughts, suggestions, please feel free to chime in. I'm always, always interested in hearing everyone else's thoughts and opinions. That's what makes our show so special, is we all have those different perspectives that kind of allow our audience to expand upon what it is we're discussing. So again, thank you. Thank you to my Blacc team members, my mom, Ms. Deirdre Robinson, Ashley Caldwell. You guys are super supportive. My boyfriend, Tony Martin, aka Tony Martian, the brains behind all the operations of the production side of things, you know. Thank you guys, and just know that it doesn't just take me. It's like a whole team of us trying to work together to make this really a strong networking opportunity for all involved. So just thank you guys again, and much love. And I will be back next Saturday. So with some new topics. Just stay tuned. Thanks.
And I'm feeling myself. We burn, we shine like diamonds in the night. We burn, we shine like diamonds in the night. We burn, we shine like diamonds in the night. And I'm feeling myself. Oh. Glorilla.